Welcome to week number 6, Principles Management. How are you? This is Mr. Argueta coming to you on a colder than usual day. As you can tell, I have been just kind of going through everybody's discussions, and reading through them. I appreciate all the hard work. Please allow me time to go through all the grading, but as you know, we're sort of wrapping up this course. We've got 1 week left. Next week, you will not have a discussion, so this will be my final discussion, or video, I should say, and your final discussion. And then I'll just kind of clean up the class, make sure we got everything in order, everything's ready to go, so you kind of get an idea of where your grade is at. So I hope everyone is happy with what they've accomplished. Know that I usually try to tell people I do not give you a grade. You earned your grade. You give yourself a grade. So I'm just here facilitating the course. So I hope you've received some knowledge from the experience. My goal has always been to help sort of simplify this process for you, give you what you need to be successful. I'm not trying to withhold information or hide information or make the course difficult. This is all about your effort into putting time and energy into grabbing this information and making it valuable for you. I tend to say this a lot in some of my other classes, and in this class probably said it a few times. A degree is just a piece of paper you're going to hang up somewhere. Yes, you should be proud, but more than the paper is the journey that you go through, is the challenges that you face, is the struggles that you overcame. I guarantee you that your experience is very similar to millions of others who have struggled to get to school, who have wanted to give up, who have wanted to quit, who have quit and came back. Some of them have quit, not came back. So we think sometimes that we're the only ones that have a difficult time going through this journey. It's not that. That's not true. A lot of us have a difficult time going through this journey. So the purpose of this discussion this week, when it comes to motivation and sort of understanding, and particularly your discussion, your purpose statement, is to kind of centralize yourself into understanding clearly what is that goal. What is that vision? I mentioned last week, it helped me, although very morbid, it helped me understand how important it is to see the world from the eyes of a person who, in my case, let's say writing my obituary, my own obituary, is like, what do I want to get out of this life? What do I want to do? And I share the video of my not graduation, but of my, it's not the commencement speech, but the acceptance speech for the 2019 Teacher of the Year in the state of Georgia. And the statements I make there are very true, although as you will hear, at that time in 2019, I was still struggling with kidney failure, but I now have gone past that, and you're seeing this video. I've had my kidney transplant. I've overcome that. What I probably didn't share or maybe have is that a week before the transplant was called, my father passed away. So I had literally a days before I was in the operating room, my dad had just passed away. And that video that I show you here really resonates because it speaks about my father and his journey and the concept of him giving me a better life. And I today can say, as if you remember Maslow, we talked about Maslow in Intro to Business, we talk about Maslow here, we talk about motivation. The motivation of feeling self-actualized, being successful in your own right, being respected. I want that not just for myself, but for my kids. And, when I speak of my kids, when I speak of my daughter and her graduating from UGA with a degree in education and now working in her profession and seeing her and listening to her talk about her day at work as a teacher, thinking of her journey in education, that's why I do it. This is why I'm here. This is why I fight. This is why I fought through medical struggles. This is why I started businesses. This is why sometimes I took jobs that weren't the greatest job to push my family forward. This is why I worked 12-hour days to make a business successful or to do anything that I did. This is why we, took the challenge in starting companies. with my wife. When I hear my son, he's one semester after the semester, he's one semester away from his first portion of his program, and then he'll be going on to the PA program and eventually being successful in his own right and as a physician's assistant. That's why I do it, guys. And I also do it because I run into people like you in my life who I get a chance to see progress. I just recorded a video for Team Project, and I mentioned how I run into graduates from this program throughout this time successful in their own rights. One of my board members, one of the people who are part of our advisory board for business management, his name is Bradley Ramirez. He has his own fencing company here in Dalton, and he's a graduate of this program. And every time I see him, I feel proud to have been a little part of his journey. And I think that that's what makes me come to work every day passionately, because when I run into you in your career, in your position, when I run into HR directors who have gone through the program, when I run into HR managers, when I run into people who have made it in their field of study and have started here at GNTC, it gives me a little bit of joy, a little bit of fulfillment. I would argue and say it gives me a little self-actualization. Like, me doing this was worth it, was worth something. So in this video, I show you the video of Dr. Potash and his journey and his struggle with health and stuff. And I want you to put you in a mindset of like, what do I want in this world? What's going to make me happy? What am I going to do with this degree? What am I going to get out of it? Piece of paper, who cares? What knowledge can I take from this to open up a door to then allow me the opportunity to give that success to someone else, to be able to give someone else the ability? And in the speech that I gave for a commencement speech, I say at GXC a couple of years ago, I was invited to speak at the graduation, and I said these words, and I said, I want you to realize that the undercover theme here is this is not for you. This is for everyone else. This theme is for my dad. My degree was for my dad. When I graduated my master's degree, I called my dad and I shared with him. I finished. I submitted my final thesis. I'm done, and I'm gonna have a master's in business administration, which was a dream come true for a kid like me. I'm just a kid from Chicago, guys. I'm nothing special. There was nothing given to me. I had to work every bit of it. I had to fight for it. And my dad said, "You did it. You made it, son. You did it." And I remember thinking and replying to him, "No, Dad, you did it. You did this. You made this happen." And one day, I hope I get to that point where my kids and the people that I've influenced and motivated and encouraged, that they are able to do the same for someone else and be able to encourage and motivate someone else and pass that on and help someone else. So I hope you find a way to dig deep in this journey and find your real reason for what you're doing here, because I guarantee you, you will be confronted with challenges in life. You will have hard times. You will want to quit. Heck, you might have at some point quit. You will probably again want to quit. But get up, do it again, make it happen. Because at the end of the journey, it's worth it. And it's worth it for whoever you're doing this for. And I promise you, one day you'll look back at this moment and you'll say, man, I remember writing this purpose down, and here I am in the middle of it. So it's been an awesome, awesome 8 weeks, guys. I appreciate you. Once again, thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for all that you have done in this class. I appreciate you being a easier class to manage. You're all adults. We had no issues. Thank you for understanding the grading policy. Thank you for understanding my stance in no late work, in no do-overs, and none of that. Thank you for being understanding of that, adjusting to that, adapting to that. I wish you all success. This is our farewell video for this semester. I hope to see you once again at some other class. If I don't, feel free to connect. I'm on some socials, so look for me on the different types, and I'll be happy. I never share anything political or controversial. literally just use it to connect and share life with people. So take care, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the class. We'll see you on the next one.